All right, good morning everybody. How's it going? This is Tommy Lee here. I am one of the directors with Riman, coming to you from the Oahu office, our house of Riman on Oahu. And I want to thank all of you guys for taking just a little bit of time out of your busy day to watch this video, because this is a very, very critical time for our entire company, not just here in Hawaii, but across the US. Things are absolutely exploding right now. In the Philippines, that would be an understatement. I know that there are other teams already in Japan digging in, like literally opening up storefronts and putting products on faces. And Korea, they just launched their new American style rewards program January 6th, and we got tons of stories coming out of there. I have friends that are in Taiwan and Hong Kong, who have done other companies. I talked to one of the top leaders. He's done, their whole family did Atomi for literally 8 years and made no money. None. He said they did full on did it as a family, no money. And then they started Riman, and in about a little over a year and a half, they have 12,000 planners on their team, and he's pulling over $90,000 a month. Okay, so to go from hear stories like that when you meet people in person is just mind-blowing to me. Even myself, starting off in 2024, May 10th was our very first K pop-up, and I was very out of my box, if you will. That's not my wheelhouse. This is the last thing on planet Earth I thought I would ever be doing, is marketing skincare and cosmetics, and nutraceuticals. Maybe that's very natural to me, but in the world of skincare, are you kidding me? I literally talked schmack on this industry for over 3 decades, 30 years, guys, like multiple times a week, telling people this is the last thing on planet Earth I would ever do. So it doesn't get any more outside of the ordinary for me. And here we are, fast forward to coming, and we just started off March in 2025. We've got a convention coming this month. And I'm here to tell you guys that if you just internalize and get this message, then your entire 2025 can turn around for you. So let me tell you guys the purpose of this quick training video. And of course, we're going to have a series of these. We just had our senior director, Mr. Michael, on come through Hawaii, and he gave me a lot of updates. We spent a few days or day and a half together of just learning what's happening around the world and what some of the other teams are doing and what we're doing and what we could improve on. And so we are really going to have some major training. Now that we've got an established team, I think just on me and Grant Sumoto's team, we're probably coming up on about 1,300 planners. Not a bad start, not a good start, but not a bad start. And we have enough experience or repetition, if you will, where we're kind of getting the hang of things, right? Like setting up a K pop-up, or taking a before and after picture, or launching a new planner, or helping somebody to go from start to manager to senior manager or team leader. We're learning as we go, but probably the thing that we need to really harness and focus on is duplication and training. So that's one of the purposes of this video. So I want to encourage you guys to, no matter where you're at in your Riman business, if you wanted to have major results at this time in March of 2025, like seriously pay attention, guys. Like everybody wants the result. Everybody wants to, they hear these stories about, man, I hear all these people making crazy money in Riman, and how's that different? How come I'm not doing that, right? See, most people, they're like, okay, I saw it, I tried the product, love it. I even got started and I ordered a bunch of product. Maybe even a premium kit or 2 premium kits or 4 premium kits. I started off as a senior manager, and I even got a couple of customers, and I got a couple of planners. But how come there's people out there making crazy money, like crazy money with Riman, 10, 15, 20, 30, $50,000 a month, and my team's not going anywhere? Like, what are they doing that I'm not doing? And then you start questioning, well, maybe it's just the people that I know that are around me. Like, they don't care about their skin or something, or they're different. Like, they're different from people on other islands or other states or in Taiwan. Let me tell you guys something, okay? Everywhere, people are people. And I'm telling you guys that, yes, maybe there's different demographics of culture, But now that Michael Lon just spent the last 7 days in the Philippines and literally broke a team leader in less than 7 days with 2 more popping up, I believe like yesterday, maybe last night or today, like 8-9 days, will tell you that it doesn't matter the country. It doesn't matter how much money is, or pesos, or won, or yen, or whatever the dollar is worth, guys. There's gonna be people that just want to be a customer, and that's it. And there's gonna be people that it's not for them. It's just not. And expecting everyone to love your product and taking that personally, guys, it's just a preference. What if McDonald's, you had people come through the drive-thru and like, oh my gosh, you guys kill animals? Oh my God, you chopped up a chicken and made a nugget out of it? Oh, it's terrible. What if McDonald's says, you're right, and we shouldn't do that. Let's close tomorrow. Or does like McDonald's just sell to the masses? So a lot of times people take a judgment of something, whether it's an opportunity or the company you're on, based on only their personal experience, which is nil to nothing. Does that make sense, guys? Like right now, I've probably have come up or maybe passing about 1,000 facials, okay? 1,000. Now I can say, well, I know a little bit, okay? So if you've only done 10, 15, 20 exposures, and you're trying to base all of the entire company and your career off of like that little sliver of a petri dish of a slide of a glimpse at it, then you're not being fair to yourself and the industry, and it shows that you just don't have experience. Try go do 10,000 first of anything, and then you're gonna get an idea of it. It's the law of mastery, okay? So I want you guys to kind of hit the reset button right now and stop being so judgmental on your own success and your own business, and stop focusing on that and start focusing on what the people who are getting the results, who have exploding business, and try to model after and do some of what they're doing, and you're gonna get what they got. See, one of the first lessons I learned in this industry was that everything you need to do to become successful, everything you need to do to become good at something or amazing at it has already been done before. It's already been said before. All you've got to do is find somebody that has the results that you want, and go where they go, and do what they do, and act how they act, and think how they think, and you're gonna inevitably get what they got. Instead of keep on trying to do what you're doing or more of it and not getting the results. See, the problem in life is simple. Is that most people rather hold on to their beliefs and make them come true rather than let go of their beliefs and accept what really is true. I'll give you a perfect example. I've had actually people come up to me and they said, hey, let's go do a K-pop up. But you know what, Tommy, let's not talk about the business side. Let's literally only do the product. And I'm like, well, I respect your wishes, but how do you know? How do you know somebody's mind? Like, are you psychic? And they'll always judge. That's the problem with people, is they'll judge. But, well, this person is super busy and they've got so many kids, or they've got 2 jobs, so they're not going to be open to the business side. Trust me, I just want them as a customer. Like, how do you know that? How could you possibly know that? So now after 1,000 exposures and K-pop ups, now I've seen it a lot more. Not seen it all, but I've seen more walks of life. And what blows me away is now that in the Philippines and here in Oahu and through the islands, I've seen people who already make great money, who already are millionaires, multi-millionaires. In fact, in Philippines, Michael Lon just signed up some people that are billionaire status, people that are multi-millionaire status, that own resorts, that have multiple business and houses all over. And you would think, well, there's no way in heck that person's going to be interested in growing a Riman business, but they're blowing it up right now, and they're doing everything they can to go team leader in 7 days, like literally flying to other countries to pick up their product just so they can go team leader. So how can you expect us to believe you when you're the person making a judgment on somebody else's mind for them? In other words, if I had an acorn right now, like a seed, like yours, or a coconut, and you're like staring at it saying, well, that coconut tree is gonna be 10 feet. That coconut tree is only gonna grow to 40 feet or not at all. How do you know unless you put it in the ground, plant it, water it, and watch it grow? Now, if you ask me, somebody who's into more personal development and success, I look at the acorn and I don't see a tree, I see a forest. See, most people have one layer of thinking because that's all they know. But if you actually plant that acorn, maybe it'll grow, maybe it won't. But if it does sprout and grows to be a big tree, that tree will one day produce lots and lots of acorns, which will fall to the ground, or a coconut tree, and all those coconuts will hit the ground, and some of them will sprout and some won't. And next thing you know, you got 5 coconut trees. Then those 5 coconut trees grow up, and those coconuts fall to the ground, and some don't grow and some do. And next thing you know, you have 50 coconut trees, which is why Hawaii is covered with coconut trees. Okay, so I want you guys to start learning some of these things of stop making judgments, stop having a mindset of only I have to see to believe, because it is the people that don't have enough vision or belief or tenacity that don't accomplish anything, right? Why is it that people have exploding businesses when they all started off with 0 customers and 0 planners, such as myself? Danny Bay, when he opened America, guess how many planners he had? 0. Guess how many customers he had? 0. So how do we go from 0 customers and 0 planners to doing hundreds of millions of dollars? I'm gonna explain these things to you right now if you're willing to listen. But the first thing we've got to talk about, if we had a little Riman 101 class right here, is the first thing is, before we get into the skills, we got to talk about your mindset. Because it is your mindset that's going to control everything. And it is your perception of Riman and how big of an opportunity it is that it will grow to it, or you're going to be willing to put the dedication, sacrifice, belief, confidence, resource into it so that it becomes the business that is in your mind. See, some people sign up in Riman, they take a look at it, and they look at it like a $20 business. Now let me ask you guys something. Is Riman a $20 business? Because that's what it costs. So there's a difference in cost versus worth. Yes, it costs $20 to become a planner, but what is it worth to you? See, to somebody like me, I look at that $20 Riman business and it's a multi-million dollar business. We will get to $50,000 a month, we will get to $100,000 a month, and we will get to $1 million a month. See, you heard it from me. Why? Because I hang around Danny Bay and Michael on, and I'll tell you right now, if you called them and said, what is the value of a Riman business to anyone out there who paid their 20 bucks or free in Korea, and they're gonna tell you, if they wish to, if they can see the vision, if they could understand how big this opportunity is and where Riman is poised and positioned right now, it is a $1 million a month and up business. That's what it really is. But if you're looking at it like, well, it's only 20 bucks, I could care less, the next day you could forget it as easily as you spent it. Does that make sense? So how much would it cost you to set up a multi-million dollar conglomerate company that has their own lab, that has their own species, that has actually now 14 patents, that is #1 ranked in Korea, that is the #1 skincare line, endorsed by the A-list movie stars, actor and actresses, Won Bin, Kim Tae-hee, Lee Young-ae. Just to have one of those endorsements, I'm telling you guys, to be on TV, on billboards, to have storefronts all across, not just Korea, but even places like LA and US, you know, I'm here to tell you guys, is that a $20 business? Of course not. How much would it cost you if you wanted to sell a #1 anything, sell Nike shoes or an Apple iPhone? Guys, it would cost you tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars even to set up something like that or represent that. So one, we've got to change our mindset. And I'm here to tell you guys that everyone has a different mindset, okay? Now, if you had to categorize, there's a customer mindset. What is a customer mindset? I'll tell you. A customer mindset, they are willing to try something new, which we obliged and let them try, and they liked it, okay? And they liked the price point. And are there objections? Is our product the best on planet Earth? There's no product nobody can say that. Of course we're not. We're not the only product in the world. I'm just saying, you know what? We're a very healthy, holistic alternative. We're #1 skincare in Korea. We can say that. Most highly searched on the internet. Most bottles of products sold for any one product. I'm telling you guys, we blow them out of the water. But does that mean there's not other companies like La Mer and Sicily and Suazo and all these things? Of course not. Is McDonald's the best burger in the world that you've ever had in your entire life? No, it'll probably make you sick. And I still eat them. But you know what? McDonald's, guys, who can sell more burgers than McDonald's? No one. So for them, it's not about quality, obviously, but it's about quantity, okay? And there's a balance. But I'm here to tell you guys that a customer mindset is somebody that's just willing to take a look, try, and they see the value in spending the money with us, okay? And so that's all. Are we approaching somebody to a customer to be your next manager? Not right now. Is your next customer going to be your next national director? Not right now. But I implore you to just, you don't have enough experience. Can that change? Can it change? Yes. And does it change all the time? Yes. See, guys, sometimes people will try a product, okay? That's it. We just got them across the line of I'll try. But then they try it. And then their skin starts changing or their health starts changing, right? I know people right now, Grant Tsumoto included, that can't live without Deep Talk. They can't. They have to take it every day. Michael Long takes 2 a day. He orders like 4 boxes at a time. He just told me yesterday. I tell you guys, people change when they find something good, okay? We all ate at a restaurant for the first time once, and then some of us go to the same restaurant so much that, geez, the staff knows you already, okay? So, guys, customers can now turn into loyal, avid customers that insist on it. But guess what? Customers, when they find something that good, what are they going to do? They're going to start telling their friends, hey, you got to try this Deep Talk. You got to try this skincare. You have to try this shampoo. And next thing you know, their friends are into it. Next thing you know, their friends are like, how can I buy it? Next thing you know, they keep buying it over and over again. And then maybe the customer one day say, wait a minute. I just brought 10 customers to this company and my friend's making all the money because I keep referring all of the sales. How about I pay my $20 so I can make my 10%? What happened? What just happened? Somebody's mindset changed from customer to planner. Okay? Now, is that your next national director? Maybe not right now. Is that your next team leader? Maybe not right now. But can that change? The answer is yes. Absolutely. Next thing you know, you have them customers ordering and more, and then next thing you know, some of their customers are like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. I didn't know we could make money on the back end of it. Are you kidding me? And they get started and people start buying in at manager and senior manager and start showing up at the office and they're bringing guests and next thing you know, things are blowing up. What's happening to that planner's mindset now? They're like, hey, a minute, how come I'm not making big percentages? Oh, because I'm not a manager. Oh, because I'm not a senior manager. I could make 20 or 30% or 40% as a team leader. Oh my God. Guys, it's a growing process, but where did it start at? Customer mindset. But let a customer be a customer. We love customers. We'll take customers all day long. I tell people all the time to their face, hey, we'll take your money all day long. Okay, that's customer. We love our customers. But some people, they might want to be a planner. Okay, there's a planner mindset. And I would say even it's a mindset, I'm thinking it's smart business. Because to me, if somebody was that avid about the product and they see themselves using it long term in the foreseeable future, they love the shampoo, they love the collagen shots, they love the daily skincare, and you know what? They're gonna order a bunch of it and they want their family to try. I'm like, hey, you should be a planner. Why? Because if you're gonna keep ordering this stuff, you wanna make 10% or 5%. Does that justify paying the $20? Yes. And do they have to? No. They can be a customer. But I don't know because I'm not psychic and I've seen so many people go through these phases that I'm like, just share the information, okay? When I present Riman, okay, after 1,000 facials, guys, and this is stuff that you can ask anyone that's been in my K-pop ups, even on Maui. I just came from Maui. The very first thing I tell everyone is this: thank you so much for coming down. We're gonna have so much fun today. We get to try Korea's #1 skincare line, and we're just happy for you to try it. Don't feel obligated to buy it. If you don't absolutely love it, don't buy it. Don't buy it. But if you love it, you could buy it. We'll show you how to get it, right? That's literally what I told. We're just happy for you to try it, okay? And do we tell them about the business side? Do we tell them about how to become a manager and starter kits? Of course! You'd be crazy not to. Now, even when I'm explaining that at the end, I'm telling them, hey, if you just want to be a customer only, or not at all, We're happy you tried it. But if you do want to get it, here's how you can get 5%. Here's how you can get 10% back. Hey, you know what? We're making crazy money off this on the side. You want to have some fun? Here's how you can get into manager and senior manager, and here's how you get the starter kits. That's it. Take it or leave it. We don't care. Okay, so this is called the sorting process. But if you're in a mindset where you're always going to be judging somebody, which you should never do, okay, and make up somebody's mind for them, that shows your mindset. See, if it's not good enough for you, you need to have more confidence and belief, which is why you need to either more experience, you need training, you need to learn more about this product or hear more other people's stories like I do. And that's why we do these calls. That's why we have team calls. This is so that you can lean off of our confidence and belief and experience. I promise you guys, if you did 1,000K pop-up or facials and took pictures of every single one of them and seen the reaction that people are coming back with, like, oh my God, like this is awesome stuff, or changing their lives, you're going to just get more and more excited and more jacked up and more fired up and more eager to just share it. That's it, guys. Okay. So like I said, do you have a business mindset? Do you have a customer mindset? Do you have a planner mindset? Do you have a manager or a senior manager mindset? Or do you have somebody that one day wants to be a team leader or a national director? If I want to be a national director, I'm not going to defend my planner or manager mindset. I'm going to want to model after and try to think like and be like somebody who's a senior director, national director, and that's where it's going to change. Does this make sense to anyone at all? I tell you guys, it's very common sense in life and anything you do. But why defend your limitations, or why defend your mindset if you want to be here? Does that make sense? It doesn't make sense. Your actions got to prove. Your mindset has to change first, and then the body will follow. Your results will follow. Okay, so we always hammer a lot on having a mindset. Mindset of a business owner is delayed gratification. Mindset of a business owner is, hey, if I was going to open up a restaurant or any brick and mortar business, you need stuff. You need inventory, okay? You need to put some time into it, okay? Mindset of a business owner is treating it like a business, which means like going to the gym, okay? If I wanted to get ripped and in shape and be more healthy, you can't just pay the gym membership and I'm gonna be healthy. See, some people just buy the product and it's sitting in a box under the dining room table or in the garage, and they kick it every time they walk in the house. How is that just buying a bunch of skincare products gonna make you good at skincare and help you to grow a massive business? Let me tell you guys, it doesn't. Okay, if that were the case, if getting rich were easy, everyone would be rich. If becoming a master at it, everyone would be a master. If you that's like saying, oh, I want a Harvard degree that's going to get me an amazing job. Can you just go there and pay the tuition? No, you got to show up. You got to show up multiple times a week, if not every day, for school. You got to study. You got to take the test. You got to learn. Okay, so it's the same thing in a gym. You can't just pay the membership. That's part of it. Like, good luck trying to get in shape without the gym, but that's just half of it. That's the physical side of it. That's the cost of it. What you've got to understand is, if you want to get in shape, you've got to do the system. And you can't show up once a week. You can't show up once a month. If you want to get in shape, you got to work out 3 to 5 times a week, if not every day. I know people that go to the gym every single day and they look great. And I know people that don't go to the gym at all, and it's obvious, and I'm one of those people. But you know what? If you want that result, you gotta put in and schedule the time. Now, here's the problem. Everyone's busy. Well, that's also another myth, because after growing a team of over 1,300 planners, I know people at multiple jobs, 5 kids. Look at MJ. She has 4 kids. People are always busy. That's an excuse. If you want to build a business, you will make the time. You will carve out the time. You will wake up a little earlier and go to sleep a little later, okay? If you look at how much time we actually spend staring at our cell phones, this time not included, but staring, how much time of a day are you actually staring at an LCD screen? I'm guilty of that. Sometimes going down the rabbit hole at 2:30 in the morning because I can't sleep, watching Instagram, going down the rabbit hole, and the internet is stealing my life 10 to 20 seconds at a time. And next thing you know, an hour went by. Next thing you know, 2 hours went by. Some people watch movies and TV shows and all that stuff. Well, I'm just saying, guys, do you know what? Wealthy people have 24 hours in a day. And average people have 24 hours in a day. And guess what? Poor people have exactly 24 hours in a day. So what's the difference? When I found that out at age 17, that made me mad because I was working my ass off doing construction. I was the guru, sweeping up and pulling nails in the summertime, and I was studying at the same time. Guys, I'll just tell you what, you're always going to be busy. Everyone's going to be busy or find an excuse or something to tell you you're busy. But if you want things to change, all you've got to do is sacrifice a little bit and find the time. It's not comfortable, it's not easy, but in order to have the things you never had before, you've got to do the things you've never done before, okay? So we're going to start from here on out, spending a lot more time giving you guys the tools, the mindset, the business mindset, the mentorship, if you will, so that you can get from where you are to where you want to go, okay? That's just it. It's like first things first. Why do I hammer this? And this is the most of this video. It's mindset. I can just tell by people's actions where their mind is. It doesn't matter what they say, okay? It's what you do, and it shows up, and that's why you're getting the result. It's called effort into a plan equals a result. And it doesn't matter if it's relationships or a job or career or your religious side or church or relationship with God or any of those things. You're putting some kind of effort into some kind of plan, and you are getting some kind of an outcome. And that outcome is either really, really good, or it's okay, or it's substandard, or not good, undesirable. Okay, and there's a million words for each category. And if everything is really, really good in your life, perfect, it couldn't be better, I've got all the money I need, my kids are set for the next 3 generations, my family's set, we're good to go. Okay, spiritually, I'm whole. My health is absolutely 1000% perfect. I'm going to live to 100 years old. Hey, by all means, go get them. That, to me, that's not most people. Most people are like, I could improve on this. I could have more, be more, do more, want more. I want to fire my boss. I want to change my zip code. I want to start a charity. I got all these things I want to do. I want to travel the world. I want to help people, whatever. Whatever you want to do, I'll tell you what it's going to take. Time and money. Time and money. Okay, we sat down, put a piece of paper down and said, what are your goals for yourself or your family or people around you care about? I bet you it comes down to 2 things, time and money, because if you had enough time and enough money, you probably could get it done, right? So let's go increase your time and money. How do we do that? It is a formula. It is a mindset, and you need a vehicle, and you need a system. And if you work those things and you make the sacrifice, you will get the result. See, that's the difference between these people that are having success and people are not, is because they're able to have delayed gratification. They think long term. They pay now so you can play later. The problem is, and we'll do this in training later, is that especially in the United States, we're born and raised to be perfect employees, to listen to your boss, to go to school, to get good grades, to go to college and get a degree and start off at the bottom of a big company and work your way to the top. Okay, it's the 40-40-40 plan. And I'll tell you guys, maybe that would have worked back after World War I, World War II, or actually not World War I, World War II, okay, and Great Depression, and when they created these things. But I'm here to tell you guys, in 2025, that simply will not work. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do in the age where we have AI and online e-commerce and things like the cosmetic and skincare industry that are on the way to $1 trillion, and we've got the #1 company, and we're best friends with the president of sales, and we've got some of the greatest iconic leaders in the industry, and the connections to open up places like Philippines, Singapore, Malaysia, Mexico, and Japan, and Vietnam, and Thailand, and we don't, and we let it go. I think you crazy. Even we have multimillionaires and billionaires that recognize that they don't need to make money and they're jacked out of their minds on it. So I'm just here to give you guys the wake-up call where we're never going to get this chance ever again. And we need to jump into the proper mindset right now. The second thing, guys, we got to do is system. So when it comes to the system is an acronym. SYSTEM. Save yourself time, energy, money. See, we're all doing a system. And for all of you guys, it's called your DMO, your daily method of operation. For your health, we have habits and patterns, whether it's fast food, coffee, stimulants, cigarettes, caffeine, whatever, okay? We do these things. People have good health practice. They eat organic vegetables, fruits, right? And I'm not here to get on you for what's your diet, but you're getting effort into a plan equals result. So look at your health, look at your A1C, look at your cholesterol, look at all these things, right? And I'm probably one of the worst guys. I drink so much. So this year I tried to cut out soda, right? Like, I mean, just little habits are going to result over a period of time. And so what a system is getting things dialed in so you can take proper action and you get the desired, okay, not a result, you're going to get a result, the desired result over and over and over again. And that's all we've been doing for the last 9 months is how do we perfect this? How do I get this down to a system? So if I broke apart our system, guys, okay, the first thing, and I'm going to just touch on this, is inviting. Okay? Invite and expose. And honest to God, I think this is the only biggest challenge you have to get over. It's just the only thing. Why is that? And let me explain to you guys why. It's because of our products here are so amazing. These products are so awesome. And I'm not just saying that. I'm saying that with experience of over 1,000 facials, that if you just get this product onto a face, not every time, but there's a great chance. There's a really good chance at getting a customer or a planner even, or maybe even somebody to start as a manager or senior manager. All you gotta do is get enough exposures and get enough of these products onto faces or collagen shots. Okay, so how do we accomplish this? Okay, of invite and expose. I'm going to tell you about some of the things that I do, and there's so many ways. Okay, but we do lots of K pop-ups. What is a K pop-up? Korean beauty pop-up. Okay, and a lot of people think K pop-up obviously is Korean pop-up or K-pop or K-pop, J-pop, like music. Okay, which is why in parentheses on the invite I put Korean beauty pop-up. It's our nickname for our exposure. Okay, kind of a cool play of words there. Okay, so Korean beauty pop-up, where it can be one-on-one, 1-on-5. It could be at your house. It could literally, the Maui gang, sometimes they do it at coffee shops. You know, we have an office here where we set it up, but we can do dining rooms. I mobile all the time. Okay, so it might not be a bad idea for you to put together even a luggage. I use a big luggage because it has wheels, because I have a bad back, to put some bowls and mirrors and put one set of products and, you know, have samples. Okay, the other thing we have, okay, are samples. Okay, and Stacy is so amazing. She has literally created for us samples of body wash and shampoo and water treatment. And all three of these, which is about 1 pump of each, is less than $1, about $1, a little less than $1, with the sleeve and the labeling. And we're gonna be setting up and making boxes of this stuff until the company calls us and says, hey, you can't do that. I don't know, guys, we're doing it. We need samples, and until they make samples, we're making them. Okay, but maybe like we're gonna have 30, 30, and 30, and it's gonna be like $30 or less. Okay, so it's literally giving away $1. I mean, if you want to get fancy, you can even get one of these little cellophane bags. How cool is that? Now, how hard is it to give this away? Okay, and we used to use these little Daiso containers or Amazon containers. Okay, you spend a fortune on buying these little, I mean, they're cheap, but you're pumping it in and labeling it, and you know, it's irritating. But I'm here to tell you guys, was it worth it? Why do we do that? Why do we always, like, if you ask me in my mind after 1,000 exposures, are you letting people smell the body wash, smell the shampoo, and then you send them home with one of these containers with 2 pumps in there? See, if they use it once, to me, oh my God. I would say 99% of the time, 95% of the time, they come back to us and they're like, wow, my hair is great. We have people using the water treatment and they're like, oh my gosh, I blow dry my hair and it dried faster. I felt a little heat on that thing. Or what you know what I'm saying? We have hairdressers, stylists that for 30 years, they come back and then they say, hey, this is hands down the best product I've ever used. Now, is that going to happen for every single person you give it to? No. But I'm here to tell you, it's happened so much that if you don't let people smell and try that body wash, one time they use it, they're going to, most of the times, I'll bet money, I would bet you money on it, you're going to get a positive response. 2, if they use it 2 days in a row, 3 days in a row, hook, line, sinker, right? Like, they're going to come back like, hey, how do I buy a bottle of that stuff? There is a great chance, and I will prove it to you. Very recently, we had an event at Ariana Sei's house. She's a former Miss Hawaii. She's a Mary Monarch winner, Miss Aloha Hula. She's probably hands down the most famous hula dancer in Japan, okay? And she loves our product. And so she had 20 Japan of her hula halau of hers come and celebrate Mom Auntie Ivalani's 75th birthday, and there was a big gala and stuff, and they were all staying at her house. And you know, they got a big house, and you know, the Japan exchange rate right now is just ridiculous. So for even especially these younger students to come and stay 10 days at a hotel for $300-400 is actually in Japan money like $500-600. I mean, it's just outrageous. So they just had a big like camp out at her house. And what I did was I went into the bathroom and I took down their shampoo and I put our body wash, our shampoo, full bottles, and water treatment. And then I told Ari, hey, tell everybody, when you want to shower next, shower with that. Okay? And they were all cheering, like, yay! Like, she's like, oh, Tommy-san came and put, you know, sample for shampoo. It's vegan, it's organic, it's all natural, which they were all about. Let me tell you guys something. Every single one of them bought it. Listen to what I'm telling you. Every single one of them. Some were in the same family. I sold 12 shampoo bottles, 12 water treatments, and like 10 body wash. They took it home. And some of them are calling me. I'll show you the text messages. And they're like, how do I get more? How do I sign up? How do I be a planner? Okay? Every single one of them loved it. Every single one. Raving about it. And on the last night, the Saturday night, we did a translation K-pop-up. And it was backbreaking, but we brought tables and tablecloths and bowls and mirrors. And guys, we gave everybody a collagen melting mask. They love it. I'll show you my text messages. I got people who are skincare influencers in Japan and Malaysia who are 22 years old and already have perfect skin. I was like, our friend Pumi, and she's like, Tommy, my skin is changing. I should have brought big bottles of everything, not just the little, you know, travel kit, the experience kit. So I'm here to tell you guys that what if I didn't sample that shampoo? What if I thought for them, they're not going to want to carry a big shampoo bottle and conditioner, which is liquid. They got to check it in all the way back to Japan. What if I judged? What if I thought, they can't even really sign up yet in Japan? What if Ari thought that way? I'm here to tell you guys, you got to think a little more business, right? And you got to understand how important it is. And that's just Bota Lab. That's just Bota Lab. What about our collagen and deep talk? What about that? What about our sunscreen? What about our obviously amazing skincare line? So the first thing is, guys, you gotta be a product of the product is the first part of the invite. If you look at my face right now, look, You see the shimmer and the shine? You know what that's called? That's called Radiance at 100, right? And 9 months ago, I'd have been telling you you're out of your mind if you think I'm even gonna try that stuff, okay? But you gotta eat your own dog food, and you gotta be a product of the product. So first and foremost, are you using the products yourself, and all of them, so that you can be somewhat of a self-proclaimed experienced person? Like, you can't expect people to do things you're not willing to do yourself. So if you're not using the whole system, I'm pretty sure the people around you are not using the whole system. If you ask my mom right here, who's behind this camera, like, do you use the collagen mask? Or are you using all the products? She's like, I did 2 masks in 1 day. What are you talking about? Like, she sells more products to me, I think, than every single person that I know of around our team personally. You know what I mean? Like, customers wise. Okay? So, being a product of products is first. Second, call, don't text when you're inviting to this K-pop. Call them on the phone. If they don't pick up, then you text them and say, call me back. When they call back, then you excite it. Why? Because you can't just get the invite, copy and paste and send it. Why? We do that for you so you have the information. That's the instructional information of how to get there, the time and the place. There's no excitement in a text. Think about this, guys. We are bombarded all day, every day on the internet, on Facebook, on Instagram, with TikTok videos and all of these little ads and people, radio, TV, billboards, things around town, non-stop, 24 hours a day. As long as your eyes and ears are open, there's people trying to advertise to you and sell you something or push you to do something, watch a movie, like their channel, give them a comment or a thumbs up. That's just reality. We are in a sea of information bombardment in 2025. So what is going to separate your text message or email from everyone else? And I'm here to tell you guys, number one, you got to have conviction. You have to be a product of the product, number one. Number two, you got to call them and they got to hear the excitement in your voice. Hey sis, bro, oh my God. Hey, I don't know if this is for you or not, but hey, you know what? You got to try this stuff out. We are right now, I just came across the #1 Korean skincare. You know how Korea's big with skincare? Oh, you got to try this, bro. The shampoo is so amazing. Oh, you got to try this collagen shots. And I'm just going to give you some. I'm going to give you some. I just want you to try it. Come down to our office. Come to my house. And you just got to try it, man. I don't know how to explain it to you. Don't worry. It's vegan. It's organic. I got sensitive skin. Don't worry. It's vegan. It's organic. It's all natural. We don't use any of the 3,000 chemicals these guys companies. You don't have to buy it. You don't have to buy it. I just want you to try it. No pressure. Can you do that? Can you give something away? I promise if you gave away 10 of these little packets, let's see what happens. Challenge. Go give away 10 of them and tell them how amazing it is. Tell them go home, use it. And we'll see what happens, okay? And that's how you can get customers. And a customer can turn into a planner, and a planner can turn into a manager, and a manager can turn into a senior manager and a national director, or lead you to the next one. But stop judging. Get on the phone and invite. There's one way, over the phone. 2, email, okay, after you talk to them. 3, social media, okay, is a great one. Now, some of us are not social media people, then you just call, okay? But my question to you is exposure is, I even talk to people on the street, or do you go to family parties? But I'm ready to, because on my cell phone, okay, in seconds, okay? Let's say, and I just did this at a gas station. Me and Michael Lund were at Shell gas station. And I walked up and we were buying, there's nobody else in the Shell gas station. The cashier, okay, is Korean, obviously, okay? And I was like, as I was paying for my stuff, I'm like, are you Korean? She goes, yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, I can tell. You have really nice skin. I can tell you take care of your skin. You probably know a lot about skincare. So as I speak to you now, pull it up, okay? Boom. And I'm already on the point within seconds of being able to show somebody pictures, okay, of before and afters. Why? Because it's already in my file. Does that make sense? And I'm doing it all the time, so I know exactly how to get to a desired picture. I have a whole file of before and after pictures. Okay, you guys see that? At a gas station. and her name was Haley, and I have my business card, okay? And it's like, here's my card. Here's a QR code on there, but text me your number, and maybe she will, and maybe she won't. I said, come down to our office on King Street and bring your friends, and we give you guys all free facials. It won't cost you anything. You just gotta try it. You just gotta try it. You guys are gonna have a blast. You guys see that? Was that so hard, paying for my soda, or my, not soda, but our Celsius drinks that Mike was getting at the gas station? Now, maybe that won't work. Maybe some of you guys are too uncomfortable yet to do something like that. I'm not saying you got a cold market. We call that cold marketing, talking to strangers. But me, my excitement level and my belief level and my confidence level is so high that it's almost impossible for me to go somewhere or meet someone, and I don't barf on everybody, but as soon as an opportune moment comes of introducing it to, I do it. That's the difference between me and you. And I'll tell you what, maybe you might think, I don't talk to strangers, or, well, how's a stranger gonna be your national director? This is where the experience of 31 years came in. And I've met people who have talked to people in elevators on my team in 10 seconds and led us to our best friends, top leaders that led to 4,000 reps and over 10,000 customers in previous companies we've built. 10-second elevator ride. Complete strangers that didn't even sign up, but led us to somebody who led us to somebody who led us to somebody who led us to people like Jeremy Chioka and the entire island of Kauai. Believe it or not. So now, after seeing that, after 30 years, I talk to everybody. Why? Because you don't know if somebody out there is desperate, hoping and praying for an opportunity. What if somebody has a visual, like, skin issue, or they've got a family member? Because I've met people, they come to our exposure, like in Kailua, but their friend or family has eczema, or their friend or family has rosacea or psoriasis or something that maybe our lotion, maybe, I don't know, I'm not a doctor, but here, try. Can't hurt. And I can't tell you how many stories we have of our products just changing people's lives, but you gotta know these stories and you gotta have it ready on your phone. I've got videos, I got text messages, so I can easily and quickly expose somebody to this. And I keep it on my phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, in Japan, in Korea, in the airport, on the airplane. I recruited people on the airplane, on the way to Kauai when we had the pop-up. And I showed them, hey, we got the #1 Korean skincare, but as we're landing final descent. And they're like, oh wow, I was planning to go to that thing. And they came and they all bought products. So guys, just trust me when I tell you, it's your mindset. And it's really the first step of inviting and exposing somebody, getting creative with it somehow, some way. Now the last invite I'll tell you guys is a magical one. And then we got to move on to the next topic, because I don't want this video to be hours long, but I think it's necessary. But have you used the favor approach? Have you actually asked a friend and said, hey, you know what? I need a huge favor. When's the last time somebody called you up and said, hey, I need a favor, and immediately they turn around and be like, screw you, don't ask me for favors, I hate you, bye. No, we all got friends and family, okay, that you can call them, hey, I need a huge favor. If somebody calls you up and opens it, I need a huge favor. Yeah, what's up? Hey, you know what? I just started marketing my own #1 Korean skincare line, and I'm learning how to use it. And you know, I think you have great skin, or I think you're knowledgeable about this kind of stuff. So could you do me a huge favor? Come down, be my guinea pig, and try out our skincare and our product line. It's not going to cost you anything. It's vegan, it's organic, it's all natural, no chemicals, it's hypoallergenic, it's safe for all skin types. You could put it on a baby and go in the sun. But I just want you to come down and try it out, because you know what? I really respect your opinion. And if you think it's good, then that's going to give me a lot more confidence and excitement. Could you do that? Could you ask your friends and family for a favor to just be a guinea pig and try? Okay, it would cost them nothing. And I'll tell you what, after 1,000 facials, I can honestly tell you that out of every single one I've ever seen, I've never seen somebody except one person negative. One out of over 1,000 or close to 1,000, they all loved it. They all enjoyed it. I'm not saying they all bought it. I'm not saying they all bought kits. I'm not saying they all bought product. All I'm saying is everyone's like, oh yeah, my skin feels great. Oh, thank you so much. That was fun. I've seen 5-6-year-old kids come down and make pretty. I've seen people bring down friends of guests of guests. And they after they're like, oh, when's the next one? I got a friend that told me and said, this is not for me, but hey, I'll spread the word. Guys, being in a business like this, you should not be afraid to expose anybody. At the very least, we're gonna pamper them and give them the royal treatment for an hour. And usually we have refreshments and drinks at the same time. So I don't understand for the life of me why anyone would for half a second hesitate in inviting a friend or having an intention with all good intention to expose somebody. Now, if they buy it or not, we don't care. We don't care. I don't care if they're a customer or not. I don't care if they don't buy anything. See, that's my anticipation. I expect zero, nothing. If they sign up, great. Hey, I want to bottle that sunscreen. Great. Okay, now, once we expose them, what we've got to do next is learn how to sort. And we can help you with this. But after the K-pop is done, we hand out applications. I show them at the end, okay? Like, do you like it? If you don't like it, don't buy them. Don't buy them. But if you like it, here's how you can be a customer. It's free. You just need a birthday and an email. And then, hey, if you really like the product, here's how you can get 10%, not 5%. Be a planner is $20. You're going to order an EX line kit? Great. Well, that's 300 points. 10%, that's $30. Personal orders, 15% cash, 15% Riman dollars. That'll cover your $20 right there. So be a planner. Okay? What? You're business minded? You want to join our team and really run with this and have a go at it? Okay, here's manager and senior manager. You don't have to do it, it's up to you. I'm just showing you how to do it. Do what you like. That's how we present this business. But we help them to make that decision because they're new and they don't understand how it works. I'll give you a perfect example. On the island of Kauai, in the beginning days, we had somebody put in an order for $188. Tell me what's wrong with that. $188. What's free shipping? $200. The shipping, which is probably $30-40, is more than a bottle of this, right? Or this, okay? You know what I'm saying? It's $35. So why not just choose another bottle? Get over the $200, get free shipping, you know, cost benefit analysis. I've seen people make that mistake. So that is why we show people and we tell them the shelf life is 2 years. You can return it in 30 days if it's open. You can return it in 60 days if it's a closed, brand new bottle. Here's how to position it. Now, I'm not trying to force somebody or hold a gun to their head to sign up as a manager. I just want to help them decide the most strategic way of being a customer, a planner with product, manager, or senior manager, or team leader. We just had somebody in Philippines, like literally, how did I be a team leader? I was in Korea, we talked to Mr. Bay, and he said, so what's team leader? We're like 50,000 BP. He says, so senior manager is 6,000? Yes. So if I get 10 of my friends to sign up senior manager, I'm team leader. Yes. Okay. Monday. We're like, today's Saturday. He says, yeah, I'll meet you Monday and afternoon and we'll put it all in. And he did. So I'm here to tell you guys, stop judging. Stop making up people's mind for them. Nobody is psychic. Just lay it out on the table with no pressure and help them decide what color car they want, what model, and test drive it. And if you like it, buy it. You don't like it, fine with us. Does that make sense, guys? I hope this is sorting process is that if you talk to 1,000 people, you're gonna have some red apples, you're gonna have some green apples, and you're gonna have some brown apples. Okay, green apples are not ripe yet. They have questions. They need second exposure. They want to try the product for a week. After it works for them, okay, now I'm red apple. I want to start and go full gung-ho with this. Everyone's different, okay? Let the red apples red. They see the presentation. They try the product. Boom, sign me up right now. 6,000 points. I'm senior manager. That makes sense, business-minded. Okay? Last story I'll tell you about this sorting is at Ari's house. The week before, where we had all those 20 Japan hula dancers, there was a miscommunication. We thought it was like the week before. She goes, "Oh my God, I screwed up. I didn't put the name and blah, blah, blah. I mean the date." So I was on the way to Ari's house in Mililani. I had just packed up everything you see behind me in the office. I had displays, 20 chairs, tables, tablecloths. I had 10 mirrors. It was insane, okay? And I'm literally in traffic, 4 o'clock, when we have a 6 o'clock supposed meeting at her house. And she goes, oh no, there's miscommunication. It's like next Saturday. I'm like, what? And then she says, oh, well, don't worry. I'll just call up some of my friends and neighbors. Okay? And this is where you guys got to learn the lesson. Don't ever cancel a K pop-up. Like, never give up. If nobody's there, nobody's there. But keep inviting until the very last minute. I never cancel K pop-ups when I'm on the island anyway, right? If we don't have somebody to staff an event, okay, then we can skip it out. But other than that, I'm here every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. It is on the top of my list because I don't care if it's 1 or 100 people show up. That one person could be our next superstar. But Ari said, hey, let me just call who's in the neighborhood. And we actually ended up doing 13 people that night, 2 different sessions, spouses, husbands. And one of the people that came last minute, probably found out 4:30, showed up about 6 o'clock, 6:30, was Nita and Maui, 2 of our newest leaders. And Nita is an engineer, and they're very well-to-do. Like, they don't need to make money, believe me. But she loves the product, is perfect timing, was looking for something, and she needs write-off. They make so much money, they need one write-off, right? So she's like, this is so out of my wheelhouse, but I can give it a try. And she ordered the product, loved the product. Her husband, Maui, he had like this crease on his forehead. That night, it went dissipated by like more than 50%. And everyone got good results that night. We had a blast. The very next event, she did a K-pop up on her own. Went to Daiso, raided the store, bought all her own mirrors and stuff on Amazon. Like, scared to even venture out and get outside of her comfort zone. But she's doing it, champion. And now they're coming to Las Vegas, both of them. And right now we're in the process of getting some of our friends to go to Vegas. And as we speak right now, she just left our office, is headed to do her own K-pop up tonight. So let me ask you guys a question. And we already did some K-pop up for her on top of that with my help. And I came down and helped her out. And all of those people were excited and they ordered product as well. And she signed up a bunch of people on Maui. She had multiple guests there. Sister-in-law, and they're signing up. So now she has a team on Maui, and this is all in the last couple weeks, guys. So what if we canceled that K-pop up? What if we just like, I'll turn around, there's traffic, I'll see you next Saturday and we'll do the hula halau. What if I told Ari that? No. She said, no, we're just gonna invite who can. So I'm here to tell you guys, those little miracles and discoveries will happen for you if you're always constantly pushing and never giving up towards your goal, okay? So did we have to sort that? Yeah. Out of everyone that night, Nita and Maui were like, this is perfect timing for us. But how many people have we talked to find one Nita? See, some of you guys talked to 8 or 10 or 12 or 15 people of your friends, and none of them were your next team leader. None of them were your next manager even. So you're like, well, this doesn't work. And you're basing your experience off of like a sliver of the population. So I'm here to tell you guys, talk to 1,000 people first, okay? And you might say, Tommy, I don't even know 1,000 people, but you do. But I'm not talking about you personally know 1,000 people. You got friends of friends of friends. If I talk to 5 people and they talk to 5 people, it's 25. 25 people talk to 5 people, that's 125. 125 talk to 5 people, that's 525. How do I have 1,300 people on my team? Believe me, I didn't sign up all of those people, and I don't know probably about 80% and 90% of them. I just talked to a handful of people, talked to a handful of people who talked to a handful of people who talked to a handful of people. All we do is just a handful of people, but you got to do it consistently, multiple times a week, and next thing you know, you're talking to hundreds of people. But if you just talk to one person once a week, and then 2 weeks goes by, you talk to one person, and then a month goes by, you talk to one person, guess what's happening? Nothing, okay? You've talked to 3 people in 3 months. I'm here to tell you guys, book the K-pop-ups first, don't give up, Commit your time and then let's go promote for that event and pour into it. And in between the K-pop-ups, we're going to do as many exposures and give away samples and spread stories and talk to our friends so that come Tuesday night, Thursday night, Saturday night, I talked to 10, but only 2 guests showed up. I talked to 8 people here, but 1 guest showed up. Does this make sense to you guys? Because there is a flake ratio and 25% of people are going to show up. Okay, and out of maybe 10 people, 1 is going to become a manager and 1 is going to become a senior manager, and the rest are just going to be customers or not order product at all. That's okay, but we've got that ratio, and all we got to do is help people make up their own mind. I hope this stuff is making sense to you guys, because this, if you're willing to do it, you will have a team of 1,000 people. You will have teams all over the Philippines blowing up. You will have people in Singapore. I don't know a soul in Singapore. I take that back. I know Henry Golding, Crazy Rich Asians. But you know what? I don't know any network there. But I promise you one day we'll have people in Singapore. I don't know a soul in Philippines. And I have dozens and dozens of people signing up in my Philippines team right now. Marianne is there right now from Maui, our team leader. Ted Caneta stayed a few days after Mike left. They're just tearing it up. I don't speak Tagalog Ilocano, but I just build a team big enough so that there are people that speak those languages, okay? So once you got somebody sorted, guess what? We have to launch them. Now, when it comes to launching a new rep, okay, we're not going to get into the specific details, okay? We're going to have a training for this stuff. I'm giving you guys just a breakthrough mindset training right now. Is this launch needs to happen in the first 48 hours. Okay? The launch is helping somebody basically have proper expectations of what it encompasses in this business. And there's a big learning curve for this company, fortunately and unfortunately. It's all fun stuff, but half of it is products. How do I do the EX ritual? How do I do an advanced ritual? How do I put on the mask like you, Tommy? You seem like you know what you're doing. Yeah, I screwed up the first 50 of them. And then I kind of got better at it. And after about 200, 300 of them, I kind of got dialed in. Does that make sense? Like, we all gonna make mistakes and learn, which is why in the beginning, you just follow step by step. And that's why I tell everyone it has to be duplicatable, okay? Now, if you want to go home and mix products and do this and 101 ways, be my guest. But at our office, in the beginning, for a brand new person, let us strictly stick to the system. Okay, this is part of a system. Like, what if McDonald's, you said, you open your own McDonald's and you're like, well, I like hot dogs and tacos. So my McDonald's is going to have hot dogs and tacos. What will the McDonald's Corporation tell you? Hell to the no, okay? You sell Big Macs, you sell chicken nuggets and filet-o-fish, and you do it exactly in this order, and exactly this size, with exactly this wrapper, and exactly that much ketchup, and exactly that many onions. Does this make sense to you guys? Because that's the only way you're gonna have a team of 10,000 people one day, okay? I hope you understand. It has to be simple and duplicatable, okay? But when we launch somebody, is that even part of your process? When you got somebody sign up in your team as a planner, I want to sit down with them and go through a couple of things. We have a launch document, but I want to set aside some proper expectations. Being a business owner, not thinking like a customer, you now own your own business. And we're going to grow your business, and we want to get you to manager and senior manager by end of the month. Now, here's how we're going to do it. We're going to set up your first K-pop-up. Okay, do you have any questions about the product? Do you have enough product? Do you have supplies? You're going to need some microfiber towels and a couple of cheap $2 Daiso mirrors or whatever. Okay, so let's go through the toolkit and let's get them set up, and let's teach them how to print out their own cards or supply them. Okay, and set some goals, short-term and long-term goals. That's all the launch process is. Included in that is also the orientation. The orientation is every Tuesday afternoon, okay? And what's very critical for you is to make sure their first week everyone tunes into the orientation Zoom, and if they absolutely cannot, there are a bunch of recorded ones on YouTube. So get good at using the Drive okay, which is at the bottom of Riman.com. It has all the documents and show your brand new rep. Here's how you can print out business cards or brochures or step-by-steps. It's all on the drive, and the password is anything, right? But actually it's just right in Riman, okay? And it'll open up and you can print out all of those cool stuff. You can download PowerPoints, videos, you name it. It's all in the drive. Go to YouTube, type in Riman products. You'll see a library of 40 videos of every single ritual, product, Radiance of 100, collagen, Deep Talk, and what it does. What are the active ingredients? How does it work? What's it for? It's all on YouTube and the drive, okay? And if that doesn't satisfy you, call us up. We'll help you to find that answer, okay? But it all starts in launch and orientation. And main thing is setting a goal to be senior manager by end of the month. Even if it's towards the end of the month. Senior manager. We're going to get you senior manager in the next 7 days by the end of the month, by March 1st, so that you have the entire March to earn and learn as a senior manager in March. Okay? So once we are sorted, launch them, okay, now we have to train them. Okay? And training will come with duplication. Okay, so what do we need to train somebody on? Like I said, we've got to teach them this business of how to expose their friends and how to do their own K-pop-up and how to do an EX line facial and how to do an irradiance cell. Okay, how do you take the collagen shot? How do you do, what's the best time of the day to take a deep talk? 30 minutes before dinner. But can I take it at breakfast? Yes, you can. How many do I take a day? 1 to 2. If you're aggressive at it, you really need it, try it 2. But 1 a day? Great, as long as you're taking 1 a day. How do I use the shampoo? When do I put on the water treatment? Guys, just teaching people the product. How do you know it? Because you use it. You're a master of it because you use it every single day, aren't you? Right, so I'm here to tell you guys, teach and go and duplicate yourself. Now, when I'm giving somebody a K-pop-up, I always take before and after pictures. One thing I insist on, always, and that's just me, and that's maybe why my business is blowing up, I'm going to make sure everyone goes home with a shampoo, a body wash, and some water treatment. Shampoo, water treatment, body wash. I think it is absolutely insane. It's too cheap to give somebody that, and I know in my heart of hearts and my mind of mind and through experience and results that if you just send people home with that body wash and that shampoo, that many of the times, not all the time, but many of the times, they're gonna come at me like, I want to use it from now on. I myself am a witness of that because I will never use another shampoo or body wash or water treatment ever again. I go to Japan, we bring full bottles. Cheryl Michioka and I, we bring full bottles of product. And everyone on the tours, we let them try the product as well, and we give them samples. So, because the hotel stuff is poison. Okay? So, I'm always walking around with deep talks. I'm always walking around with collagen shots. On me. So, I just so happen to meet someone. Hey, try to take that. What is that? Get them in the health mood. Brand new year, guys. Okay? So, get them into the training. We have team calls every single Sunday. Okay, and there are different time zones, and this is probably one of the most important things, like a GPS navigation system. Every single Sunday, they're meeting with the top leaders, and Grant Tsumoto, myself, and Michael Lon. We are direct contact on chats and in person with Danny Bay, our president of sales. It doesn't get better than that. Danny is helping to run globally. He knows what's happening in the very near future and long term. He tells us, the bump and elbow, guys, run now. Guys, get everyone to Las Vegas. Trust me. And that's our last thing I want to talk to you guys about. Because everyone is just like sometimes a little overwhelming to you all. And some of you guys might have this attitude like, yeah, but Tommy, you're so confident and you got all this excitement and your experience and all that. I'm here to tell you guys this. Do you want all of that for yourself? What if you could have the glow? What if you could have the knowledge? What if you could have those skills, like a shot of it injected into you, like, or a shot of, not alcohol, but like, you know what I mean? You could take a serum where it's like all of a sudden your excitement level was a 10, your belief level was a 10, your confidence was a 10, you're ready to run through a brick wall. The knowledge is in your mind so well that you feel like I could talk to anybody about this. What if in your mind you saw so many walks of life, from every different walk of life, having so much success with Riman that you're like, crap, if that guy, if she can do it, I can do it. What if you could have so much product knowledge, training? What if there were announcements in the company on every facet of this entire company, which is probably not typical even for Riman? But it just so happens, March 15 and 16. This March 15 and 16. Okay? March 15 and 16. Of all the events, this event is going to be where it's at. And if not March, if you're watching this video after March, makes no difference. We got a convention probably coming up in 6 months, but it ain't going to be like this one. This one, with our global expansion, our product rebranding, you're going to probably see some convention announcements. Wait. Specials at the convention. Things that are going to be in place. Leaders who are going to train. The company owners, we're going to project to you guys what's going to happen for the rest of the year. Mr. Danny Bay will be there. Betty Perez is going to be there. All of us are going to be there. You're going to see promotions from all of our team of team leaders, directors, and Michael on Senior Director. And I'm here to tell you guys, this convention, of all the conventions, is probably the biggest one since United States even started. Hands down. So trust me when I tell you, you got to be there. Now, it's in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's not easy to get to Las Vegas. It shouldn't be hard to get Hawaiians to go to Las Vegas, to be all honest. I think that's our night island, right? But I'm here to tell you guys that you got to go. Now, you can sit here as soon as I say that and think of every single reason not to go. Well, I got work, I got kids, I got this, I got blah, blah, blah. So we all got an excuse box this big. But we want the result. You want all of that. I'm here to tell you guys, you want to be a lawyer, you got to go to law school. You want to be a doctor, you got to go to medical school. Right? It's the same thing. If you want that result, you desire that result, and you could get it all in one weekend, wouldn't that be worth it? Just a Saturday and a Sunday? Just fly out. Red Eye Friday if you have to. But if you need tickets, we have tickets. I have 15 tickets that we can get to you right now. Okay? So just contact one of us and say, I'm going. I'm going to go. Why? Because I'm tired of not getting the results I want to get. And rightly so, because you're not in the right mindset. This will instantly put you in the right mindset. It will give you that bag of skills. So many people are like, everyone wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. You got to make a sacrifice. And I promise you it'll be worth it. I made insane sacrifices to be there myself. Like literally 10-day tour to Japan, and I'm missing the first 4 days. Flights and hotels were already booked. I rerouted to Las Vegas because we found out the date after the tour dates were set. I'm flying into Vegas on the 11th. I'm going to go earlier, okay, to build up and talk to people in Las Vegas for 3-4 days, because if they're excited, I want to have them come to the event. Even if we sign them up on Friday morning, I'm going to tell them you got to get your butt to the event on Saturday and Sunday. You just got to. You got to. Because it's too big. It's too big for us to miss, or anyone in our family. You just got to be there, okay? And that's where we're going on. But Sunday evening, I got to fly from there to LA to Haneda, Tokyo, probably break my back. But when I land in Tokyo, I got to fly to Osaka from there. From Osaka, when I land with my bags, I got to jump on a train and go to Kyoto Station. And from Kyoto Station, probably got to meet up with the tour somehow. That's what I'm doing just to make it to this event. So I'm here to tell you guys, you got to make a sacrifice. You got to make a hard decision. And the people that go to this event, their business is going to fast forward times 5, times 10, times 20 by physically being at this event. Now, if at all point, okay, exhausted everything, absolutely you cannot get to the Las Vegas event. It is absolutely impossible. And I could tell you guys stories, like after 31 years in this industry, I look at all the people that make it and all the people that explode and all the people that have that amazing results are the ones that make the sacrifice to go to these conventions. We built our entire leadership and our entire core out of building these events. The last big company I built, I had 17,000 people on my team, 150,000 customers. It took me 15 years. Mr. Danny Bay told me in 14 years of building, he did in 1 year what took 14 years in our previous company. And I believe him. I believe him. Because I see, I'm not blind. I see what everyone's doing. I see what our team is doing. I see the results. I've never seen anything build like this in my life. But if at all you can't get there physically, tune in virtually. You can do that too. It is not going to be the same. You guys know it and I know it. There's a difference between watching a concert of BTS on YouTube, even on your TV, and then going to the concert in LA or Las Vegas or Korea or something, right? You could go see a Michael Jackson video, or you could have went to a Michael Jackson concert. And that is a big, big difference of how it affected you, how you felt, how long it stayed in your mind, how you internalized it. Guys, it's just something about humans. I don't know. But all I'm saying is two things. One, you got to get there physically. And two, maybe grab a couple of friends, a best friend, say, come with me. Trust me. I know it doesn't make sense. Trust me, just come. And we all have a couple of friends that you just yank them by the collar and you lean on that relationship. I promise you, if you do that for any of your friends, especially if they live in Las Vegas or California or a bordering state, you know what? They're going to thank you for it. They're going to say, oh, wow, I see why you are losing your mind. I get it. Like, oh my gosh, this company is like taking over. I'm here to tell you guys all our Riman dreams are going to come true on March 15 and 16. So now, March 1st, until the next 15 days, until that day happens, should we just wait? Should we just wait for the event? No. If this bombs all drop on a 15 and 16, and your business is at a complete standstill, and you're going 0 miles an hour, and everyone rocket ship takes off, how are you going to be? Guys, and then trust me, in the next 14 days, in the next 2 weeks, you need to get on your horse. You need to get off the bench. You need to take action right now. Believe me, you do. And you've got to get into the groove. That's why I'm making this video, and I'm sorry it's long, but there's just no way to get it from me to you. Read it through the screen and in my voice. I'm losing my voice right now. I implore you guys, run now. Get something going. Get to Las Vegas. Drag a couple of bodies. It might be the biggest sacrifice of your life, but just do it, because then on in, you'll see. And 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, by the end of this year, when you're making that insane income, when your business is blowing up out of control, when you got multiple countries under your belt exploding, and you look back and say, holy crap, Tommy, what if I didn't go to the event? What if I didn't make that sacrifice? What if I didn't move this so I could be there? You're gonna be like, it terrifies me. I'm terrified to think, what if I didn't listen? That's how deep this is. I would bet anything and everything on it, guys. Anything and everything. Believe me. But if you can't, tune in. Watch it virtually. It's not going to be the same. I already talked to some of the leaders. They were like, well, can you do the whole thing? And they're going to stream portions of it. Okay, most of it, but they can't, go behind the stage and all that. They're going to do what they can for a virtual experience. But if you watch it virtually, shut everything else out. Get your popcorn, get your snacks and your Gatorades, and camp out and lock the door and have something to take notes with on those days. Believe me, don't be one of those people that are just like got it playing in the background somewhere. You're gonna miss it, guys. You're gonna miss the biggest opportunity of your life. You're gonna see people make straight up stupid millions of dollars with this company. I swear to you, it's gonna happen. You don't believe me? Watch. Just watch. And you're gonna say, that should have been me, and I could have been my family. But you have to make the hard decision now so that you can reap those benefits. If there's any one thing I ever told you guys in my entire life, guys, that you want to just follow, get to the event, get to Las Vegas, and get a few people to join with you. We have tickets. We have tickets if you need them. Just come. Don't think about it. It's Las Vegas. It's gonna be a time of our life. But I'm saying, just come. I shouldn't have to hype it up at all. You should just what, Las Vegas? Let's go! Right? It's gonna be fun. We're gonna eat crazy food. We're gonna hang out with Danny Bay and all of the top brass for Riman. But anticipate the biggest announcements ever. I thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that some of these topics that we're going to be rolling out in the next few weeks to come really help you. And I hope some of you guys had some aha moments on this video. But I could promise you guys one thing. If you know what's going to happen if you don't do anything about it, nothing. Nothing. Is Riman still going to take over? Yep. Guys, there's teams right here in our islands, and they are blowing it up. Like, they get it. They understand. No excuses. They're talking to every single person they know, and they're putting in tens of thousands of dollars in orders, and they get it. And they know how big Hawaii is going to be, and Hawaii is going to lead to all these countries. So why not you? Why not? And why not you? Okay, let's go out there and attack like never before. Thanks for sending this video to your team and telling them, I know it's an hour, but watch it. It's over an hour. Just watch it. Just watch it, because you need this and your family needs this. All right. Thank you guys so much. I love you all. We're going to dominate. Take care and aloha.